I'm not here to judge who is right and who's wrong in that. I just want to say, salute to everybody. I don't plan on saying too much, but I feel like this is relevant to say, and man, and I promise you, certain things just hit home more so than others. Some things I have to go back and listen to ponder because, when the Holy Spirit is speaking, you don't always even hear it right away. When I go back and listen to it, I'm like, man. And then that's just how profound the Holy Spirit is. Like, the Father is so good to get a Holy Spirit to give to his children wisdom that they don't even deserve. Like, the amount of time that we put in for some people is more than others, but for the Father to even give us those mysteries about him, that says a lot. Now I can understand why the angels say, what is man that you are so mindful of? That just is it's amazing to me because when we tell a friend or somebody that we deem as having a close relationship with, when we tell them a secret or let them in into some really intimate details of our lives, we must consider them some type of friend, right? I mean, somebody that we feel confident. To me, only a person that's not that wise would just, share everything themselves to strangers. And so this is just a little quick little message here, just a little I'm gonna step over on the side with this just for a second to let you know. That's why for the women or whatever or single men, we don't, or anybody for that matter, you don't go and tell people intimate details and private details about yourself just because they appear to be friendly. And so even the Father, he asked that we seek him, that we would find him. So that means that he's looking for serious believers, people who really want to know his truth, right? And so that's not just laying around. Now, there's some information that's around for the masses or those that would choose to, just have words so they can live or get through the day. But there are some people that honestly seek him, like they up early, they're in the scriptures, they're meditating on it, they're fasting and praying. And it's like the Father just opens up so much to them. Like, then you wonder, like, how is it that certain people got to certain levels? How did they get those positions? Like, living life in the way that they're living life, and how did they know that, and how did they escape that bullet or that burning fire? How did they get, how did they baby get healed, and what are all of these different things? Because the Father has let them in into the inner gates, the inner courts, like to the throne room, and because they sat at his feet long enough outside of the gates that they waited until he asked them to come, you know come. Like, that's good to me. Others expect that the Father would just tell them things and they give him like what they used to call this namby-pamby, like just a mediocre prayer. They just kind of ask, Father, help me, as they taking a shower and moving on with the rest of their day. But when we think about an earnest seeker, it's somebody that just shut everything out, move completely out of the way. It's like a desperation, like what he talks about in his word with that deer that's panting by the brook, panting like it's a thirst. And it's, here it is. It says that the deer panteth by the water brook. And I'm thinking, well, isn't he already by the water? It's like sometimes, have you ever drank something and you feel like you're still thirsty? Like, it's just nothing will quench it but that water, like the refreshing that it's not. I don't care if they give you a pop. It's like it's cool, it's cold. It went down all right, but I'm still thirsty. A Gatorade is still, something missing. And it's just like the purity of water. And so that's what I think about with the Holy Spirit. It's that stream of fresh living water that restores your soul, that replenishes you, refreshes you. And for every dry place in your life, it waters it. That's something about the grass. Like, the grass goes all day laying. I mean, the grass is grass, right? Up underneath the sun, all of the elements all day long. And if it doesn't rain, in the Father so mindful to make sure the dew is on the grass blades. It was no rain. Just didn't they need if they um, I went to the Israelite gathering today. I don't know if they call themselves Israelite. I'm pretty new at the church. I'm not a stranger. It's not even a church. I call it a gathering or a meeting. Empire. Oh, looks so Roman. Um, Babylon. That's something to really look at for you brothers out there with your leather cuffs on your arms, and go back and look. The Romans, that's they suit you identifying in some part. Look at the one you got, and then you go out and get Bible to twisted them and did everything that they could, and they got all, we can have all these wives, and yeah, you're not wealthy, because the last I checked, anytime people had a bunch of wives or whatever, and they was following certain uh I don't even want, I'll say just laws, we'll just call it at that, I don't know what it is, or traditions. Those men were wealthy in the Bible, and they paid a diary to their those ladies' parents. Any men doing that, paying a diary for these ladies? I'm moving on. It's just there's some things that I'm noticing, and it just is. Oh, I'm sorry. It just don't make sense to me. Anyways, but it don't have to. I hope that it just makes sense in the end when you stand there judgment. I mean, I just hope that your stuff is is, is cool. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm hoping that mine is, and so we're working out 12. And we gonna be on here just for a short amount of time. Genesis 12, and um, this is a part I promise you. Sorry, y'all. Let me turn this off because I have the camera up too close to my face. His land and his people. And very, very same thing. If, if Mama them was poor, everybody around them was poor. If the people, our family, our dad's house, meaning wherever you found yourself growing up, everybody smokes weed. Every all, all the boys went to jail. After you leave your dad, you know, when we grew up, if you was in projects. That's people. It's something about how you can be born in rap music. We, if you come and you try. So like yes. So there's one issue in every age of man. So if it's one man, I'm telling y'all. He said, go and then I show it to you. But it's got to be a faith move for you to get up and walk, even when you don't have the blueprint and the Father has given you the 411. You don't have no clue about where you going. All you know, the Father said, "Pack up and get up out of here." Because the land is not going to produce for you what you thought it would. It's not going. And then I want to make your name great. And if you go to work, you come home. And maybe on the weekend, you might go get something to eat. It does. Hey, hey, ain't nobody got to look for us too far they know you either at work or yeah at home. I'm just gonna ride. Father, lead me before you go. But I know you're gonna show up. The father told Abraham, until you leave these things, I can't even do nothing for you. Pray to leave where we was born, where we was raised. Now, Daddy done lived his life, then played the numbers and the women. Daddy got about 15 kids, and why it's got to be you? Because that's the safety net for you. Would anything have happened that would have made them what they became if they had stayed in the same place? Then uncertain that I cannot control, then I refuse to go. Why would you go build up in the hood? The land is cursed. You cannot do it there. Some places cursed, they will not produce any fruit. And even if you do something and had time and time and time and time and time and people don't believe that the Father got better. Telling you to go out there and have 3 and 4 husbands, but maybe sometimes if we walk away from some things, catch up, they leave. They don't have no peace, no favor because you're not around anymore. So guess what? Why are you crying about it? If anything, they might but they could come with calamity upon their lives. They could be like a hurricane or a tornado and rip a person's life apart. And that's what happens. Sure, then now they want to come to you. Curse things, curse things will bring calamity on your. There be no promise. He probably he wouldn't have been father because the father already told him, I'm the land wouldn't have produced anything because it was cursed. The people would have been naysayers, and you're doing too much, and you're wasting too much time if you remain are required to live in faith every day of you drunk and hang out with, and you might be like, well, Jesus hung out with sinners. Look, I don't know too many people that can just do what they want to do. If the Father ain't gave you a grace, and I don't recall him just being around them all the time, like party over here. Anytime the Father did something, he was going after somebody or people, some type of deliverance, healing, or something. Only time we recall was a wedding, and still that was where he performed his first miracle. So it was all still about the Father. So he wasn't just hanging at fire with all type of foolishness, something wrong. Something's wrong. And you're trying to live up under the names of others. You still want to hang with the Stevens. You're still trying to be with your family when the Father under the family's name, because the Father says, now you have been adopted. I believe the Father is so done talking to a lot. I believe that's how people. It was time by the word house. Mama can't care of her or herself. Here come your mom. House or herself. Here come your mom. It's all right. The land you've been trying to build there, build there, build there. You can't understand why you can't get a job. You can't keep one, falling through because it's the Father says when you have left Abraham, family, your father's house, the people, the people will be all around you. Them the people you grew up with. Man, I wouldn't do that if I was you. I wouldn't even go there. Man, I wouldn't even get married if I was you. Man, I would, girl, I would, girl, come on, let's aim great. And I cannot make you a leave. My prayer to you today, I sing all. The Father says, eyes have not seen, nor ears have heard, but he has in store for man those that love him. And true love follows our Messiah, the true love led by the Holy Spirit into all truth. True love of the shepherd's voice. True that he has.